Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was. I was like, what are you? We're not on
Oh,
yet. Thursday. You already know what it is.
yes. Hi, everybody.
It's time for Thursday night convo. Um, we are going to be short. We are going to be short. I'm going to start by apologizing. They say you should never start by apologizing, but I'm going to break the rule. I'm going to start by apologizing because last week we were short as well because we weren't feeling well, right?
Yeah.
And we said that this week we were going to come on and we were going to talk about desire discrepancy as it relates to sex. We're going to have part 2 of that conversation. So I want to apologize because we're not going to have part 2 of that conversation tonight because we're going to be short as well tonight. And the time tonight, we want to really take some time to highlight one of the sponsors for the Have a Conversation Marriage Forum. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about and you haven't gotten your pass yet, we don't know what you're waiting for.
You got to go get it.
Get your pass for this event on Saturday afternoon. We are so excited about this thing. LaTroy and Christina Brown from Married for Real, Aaron and Jocelyn Freeman from Meet the Freemans, and Jimmy and Rachel Rogers from Relationship Real Talk. What is there to say? Like,
you better get a pass. That's what there is to say, so that you can get the great information that we already know that they are going to give to us.
And see, you know what it is? Sometimes, everybody kind of bigs up their event, which they should. Right. You should believe in your event. Right. Yeah. And you should believe that your event is that event. Right. I'm trying to tell people, I've been trying to tell folks, these 3 couples on this lineup are heavy hitters. Like, I don't use that term loosely. Heavy hitters. And if you haven't checked them out on social media, I would suggest that you take some time between now and Saturday to check them out. If you've been following us on social media, you've seen a million posts. And so we've put their Instagram and Facebook handles. So check them out. These guys are phenomenal. So Saturday, August 29, get your pass. We have a great person, a friend, right? Who has, agreed to help sponsor this event. And we're going to bring her on right now. We're going to bring on, and we talked about them last week, right? But now you get to actually meet one face to face. And so we have Lenore Jones from Legacy Builders. And Lenore, first of all, thank you for agreeing to sponsor this event. We are grateful to you.
Grateful.
Very grateful to you for that, for believing in us enough to want to have what you do, which is phenomenal.
Amazing.
Have what you do attached to our name. So we don't take that lightly, because you can't hitch your wagon to every horse. Like, you just can't.
That's true.
That's not, you know what I mean?
Every horse isn't even going where you going. So
right. This is true.
That's not safe. So trust me, we don't take that lightly. So listen, let's jump right in. Legacy Builders, talk to us about how Legacy Builders even came about. What was the vision, or what was the inspiration that put you in this space that you're in right now?
So I have always been an entrepreneur. I have tried pretty much almost every business opportunity out there. And it got to the place where I started going to God after every failed business. And I was like, God, what am I doing wrong? Why are my businesses failing? Meanwhile, I'm the person who my friends come to for advice. They want to, know how to do this. They want to talk about that, partly because I worked in the legal and in the insurance industries for almost 20 years. So very much familiar with the law and the legal world and insurance and that type of stuff. And so my friends always had questions, and I could point a person in a good direction. And then God started doing something different because he started telling me who I was. And one of the things he told me I was a prophet. And I'm like, Jesus, this is new. This is new and this is news. And so we fast forward a couple of years, and as I have just, I guess, developed this gift, because you have the gift, but like everything in the body, if you don't work it, it's not to the benefit. So your muscles atrophy if you don't use them. Same thing with gifts from in the body. Like the guy, that's a part of the reason I believe God was mad with that guy that buried it. Because at least if he had used the talent it would grow a little bit through interest, but he didn't even do that. He buried it. And so this idea was like, I'm telling you, this gift is there. I'm identifying it. You are not allowed to bury it. And so as I started giving into that and just trusting God and doing further research, I got to the place where I realized that my time is valuable.
Yeah.
My resources, which is me, I am a part of the resource. I am valuable. My advice is valuable. The things that I do, no one else does. And so from all of that, God birthed this business, Legacy Builders, where it is our goal to just help everyone learn, build, and grow. And what are we learning about, building about, and growing? A lasting legacy that leaves not just for this earth, but for the kingdom to come.
I love it.
Wow. That's, yeah. Is there anything else that can be said after that? Like, that's, if you're not wanting to engage with her after what she just said, like,
after that little bit that she said,
I was like, man, she's about to drop some knowledge. I know we got a little bit of time. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to keep going. So here's the thing, right? We are excited about Lenore for a lot of reasons. One, we've experienced what she does.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So the best advertisers, the best billboards are individuals who have experienced the stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're excited about her, one, because we've experienced it and we know that it's legit. Like Lenore is not just talking. Like that sounded phenomenal what she just said. Right. But, there are people who say really good things, but, they don't have anything to back it up. Right. We're telling you that not only were you inspired, you had to have been inspired by the couple sentences that she just said, but we have experienced it firsthand. Right. Yep. So I want to talk a little bit about one area, a couple areas, but one in particular. One area in particular is the name.
Okay.
You provide a service where individuals can find out what their name means. And I'm not just talking about like Googling your name. Oliver means,
piece
from the sun. Like I'm talking about, this is not that. Yeah. So talk about that a little bit. What is that about?
Okay. So the service is called a Hebrew Greek name analysis, right? Hebrew Greek name analysis. The backstory to that is a couple years ago, someone I follow challenged us to look up our names in the biblical languages. If we read the Bible, we're Christian. The Bible is written Old Testament, Hebrew, New Testament, Greek. And if you know just a little bit about the Bible, like those words have like 50 million meanings. The context matters, the tense matters, all those things matter. And so I did that for myself. And then I shared, what I had found. And then I started helping my friends. Because again, this is what I do. I help my friends. Yeah. And so I told people, first I started telling people they should try it. And they would come back like, yeah, we didn't find anything. I'm like, what you mean you ain't found nothing? I found like 2 pages on your name. They're like, really? I was like, yes. But I also realized that I am a researcher at heart, legal researcher. I've done legal research for years. So getting to the bottom of this thing mattered. Yeah. Then God showed me something really beautiful about myself. So I have a nickname. My husband calls it an alias. My nickname is Asha, right? Like I have family members, folks, who don't actually know like the name that's on my birth certificate. They don't know who Lenore is. So they would watch this and be like, that looks like my cousin Pasha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, full story there. But so I have this name, and for the longest while, it got to the place where God challenged me to trust him with that person, which Pasha represented my childhood person, my childhood hurts, all those things. Pasha was all of that. And God was like, you don't trust me with Pasha.
Wow.
And so he challenged me to trust him with that. In doing that, then he said, let me show you why you have to trust her with me, with her, because your name is Lenore.
Mm-hmm.
Lenore in Hebrew means light. And so this fact that all my friends were coming to me because they had questions and all of this, what does light do? It provides clarity. It helps you see. And God said the longer you held on to Pasha, you were not shining the way you're supposed to. But I wouldn't have known that if I never took that challenge to look up my name. So I started doing it for my friends, and I would do it for my friends. And they were like, wait, you found all of this by your name?
Right.
Then marry this to the fact that I am, again, prophetic. So I am going to spend time praying. And God was like, I believe it's Jeremiah is where he says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. In Isaiah, I think it says, before you were born, he was singing a song over you. And the beauty of that is, if we go back to Genesis, I think this is Genesis like 33:11, there's a verse there that Abraham refers to God as the Olam El, which is the everlasting God. That means this is the God who sits outside of space, outside of time. But that is beautiful, because if we merge all of those things together, we have a God who knows your end from your beginning and was singing a song over you. And your name, I believe, is a part of that song. And so he names you for who you can be, whether or not you're there now. And so through this service, my goal is to reveal to you the song God was singing.
Mercy. It's pretty deep.
Yeah, and Holly, I put up what Holly said. She said it's life altering.
It is.
That is an excellent description.
It is, because once you receive this information from Lenore, right? Like we did, it's like it gives clarity to your name, and it's like, okay, well, I can no longer go back to being who I was before I received all of that information. Right. So Holly is right. It is life altering.
It shifts your perspective. And for those of you who are watching, I urge you, if you have not done it already, there are several services that Lenore provides, but I would suggest that you start with that one, because it will flow into all of the other things that Lenore provides for you as it relates to building a legacy for you and your family, because that piece right there sets your sights in the right direction. Would you agree with that, Lenore? That is
I do. Like, for me, that is my introductory thing. I feel like it matters wherever you are on the legacy journey, because there are many people who will think, well, they see I have a service called Legacy Consulting, and they're like, well, I already know what I want to do. I already have my kids' college fund saved and all of this.
Yeah.
But it has never been a time where the authenticity of your story matters more than it does now. Because your story is all that everyone needs. And the truth is, that verse in the Bible, it says, where we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Your testimony is your story. And in quarantine, out of quarantine, in rich, in lack, your story matters. There is someone who needs your story. And I'm not saying this is the only way to find it. Absolutely not. You can do the research yourself. But what I am telling you is, I believe that God has uniquely gifted me to do this. And I will help you uncover things in your story, or even answer questions about yourself. Mind you, I don't need to know you, because again, I'm fully depending on God to do this. but knowing that God will reveal things to you that will even clarify questions you may have had, even though you're already on the journey.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I am 100% I was going to say a fan, but I'm, well, yeah, that's a good word. I am a fan. Let's call it what it is. I am a fan, but very seriously encourage folk to reach out to Lenore to get that done, because it does give you a perspective that you may not have had. Right. So what I told Lenore was there were some things that I did know. Right. But the perspective was shifted about those things. Like there were things that I didn't know, but there were some things that I did know. And the perspective on what I did know even
same for me.
was still, redirected. And so this is a good thing. And I am, why are we talking to Lenore? For those of you that are watching, one, Lenore is our friend. We love her. So we're talking to her. But two, Lenore and her company Legacy Builders have graciously opted to be a sponsor for our event. And if you haven't gotten your passes, I was about to say we're begging you. Does that sound, is that desperate? Like, is that desperate to say we're begging you to
we're imploring you.
We implore that you get your passes to this event. And we were saying in the beginning, for those who weren't with us in the beginning, everybody kind of bigs up their event, right? Because they're like, oh, well, this is the greatest event. And as you should, right? But the folks that are on this lineup, I just cannot stress enough how just ridiculous, I'm going to use that word. These three couples, man, are, first of all, let me be clear about something. I'm actually thankful to God that they even had the time to say yes.
Because they are very busy. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gracious for that alone, that they had the time to say yes, because these folks are not easy to pin down.
Yeah, they're not.
They're doing so much. They have so many events and so many clients and so many different things that they are doing. So just to have them just in this space with us for that short amount of time is going to be phenomenal. So, and that's why we have Lenore. Lenore is one of two great sponsors that are going to be with this event. We talked about Stacey Bryson last week. I just want to go ahead and put up Stacey Bryson's website. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. StaceyBryson.com. Stacey Bryson is the owner of So Life Consulting. Stacey Bryson is a phenomenal trainer, coach. She has a gazillion certifications. She is actually Dr. Stacey Bryson. So, I mean, the woman is just crazy. So as it relates to, and it's funny, these two things kind of go together, because you're going to get from Lenore as well. You're going to get phenomenal coaching, and you're going to get, various packages that help you navigate through life, help you navigate through your finances, help you navigate through preparing for the future, help you navigate putting things in place so that your kids and their kids are good. So both of these two individuals, great individuals that can put you on the right path. And so before we let you go, Lenore, how can we reach you?
Quickly before I say that, I want to also give a shameless plug about my new book. It's called Knowing God as El Shaddai. And so as we are talking about all of this, and I'm mentioning this because someone in the comments mentioned Jacob's journey, where God changed his name. And truthfully, in my book, there is like a couple entries about your name, because God, even on that topic, God showed me so much about just the importance of your name. But you can find me on Facebook by my name, Lenore Jones. I am, building a business page. Patience, folks, patience. On Instagram, that Pasha story, it's there. So on Instagram, my handle is Pasha Lenore on Twitter. It's Lenore Jones. And my website for my business is www.thelegacybuilders.com. If you just type legacybuilders.com, you'll get there as well. But it's thelegacybuilders.com.
Thelegacybuilders.com.
And
it's up on the screen.
The book here.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it down here.
Oh,
here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Here it is. I hope there's not a glare.
So let's see if we can get it in the camera good.
Oh, that's great. I can see it good.
That is the book. If you do not already have that, you need to pick that up.
This book
this
is
evening.
Phenomenal. Let me tell you.
Pick that up this evening.
Phenomenal. It is very hard. I will tell you, it is very hard to just read one a day. You'll go on and on. You'll want to finish the whole thing and not use it as a devotional because it is just so difficult to put down. Phenomenal book.
Okay.
Ashley, yes, we can do that. So if Lenore, if you would put all of your contacts in the comments for folks,
okay,
that they can do that. Put it in, because I'm going live 3 different places. So put it on my personal page, and then I'll put it everywhere else.
Okay, so I will go to Facebook. Got my phone here.
Yep.
I will go to Facebook and comment on there on my contact information so that you can find it.
Yes, because trust me, you want to connect with Lenore. Yeah. Trust me on that. Like you really do. And I'm going to say this for even folks who, because, sometimes we get skeptical about stuff, right? It's not some like hocus pocus kind of situation that's going on, right? It's literally a coaching session that helps you redirect, or even if you don't need redirection, allows you to connect some dots, allows you to put some pieces of the puzzle together that maybe aren't all there.
Yeah.
To get you on a path to thinking differently. Yeah. Right. And reaching some goals that you have. So Lenore, we want to thank you so much for taking some time out to hang out with us. For those of you who were looking for part 2 of Sex and Desire Discrepancy, we apologize. Tonight is a short night. We promise we will come back with that part 2 of that. If you did not see part 1, you need to go to our YouTube page and look up part 1, which was 2 weeks ago, where we were talking about desire discrepancy in relationships as it relates to sex. Mm-hmm. And crazy as it sounds, God potentially taking away your sexual desire.
I don't.
No, we want all of it.
Right. Watch the first one. Watch the first one in preparation for the second one. So thank you, Lenore. Thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to, you also get to, those of you who are going to be a part of the event on Saturday, you will also get to hear Lenore for a few minutes plug herself again. So,
and for the record, here's Jesus is speaking to me, so I am obedient. For those of you who get your pass, when you come in and I plug myself in the thing, I'm giving away a coupon code only to the people who are in the on the forum. So when I plug myself, I will have a coupon code that gives you some money off your HGNA, because that is what they're talking about there. They don't know this. Wow. But I'm telling you to help those couples because I really believe God wants to do something really special.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So buy your pass, and that pass will also give you a discount on this really wonderful thing that will help you.
So is this the VIP pass or the general pass?
Anybody. I will give a coupon code to anyone. As long as they are in admissions there, I will give a coupon code only for people who attend the forum.
Sweet.
We will definitely
let
people that know that tomorrow as well.
Cool.
But it's only if they come in.
Only if you're in the forum.
They come in.
Right.
Okay.
You got to be.
The bride room close the doors.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Certain things you're only going to hear if you're at the forum. So, and I can tell you right now, there's some great things that the couples that are on the lineup also have to offer as well. So you definitely want to be there for that. So
and I'm putting her handle in.
Okay.
Comments.
Thanks.
So I did my website, and Nisi, you got my Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. I do have a Twitter account, but it's pretty much, if you follow me on the other two, it's the same thing that you see on Twitter.
Okay.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No
That's what they say. Repurpose your content, right? So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's, because you got certain audiences that are only on there, right? Yeah. So they'll only see it there. Right. So that works. That's perfect. Man, Lenore, thank you for taking out some time to hang out with us. We appreciate you. We will let you get back to your lovely family. Have a great rest of your evening. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. We'll talk.
See you Saturday. Have a good evening, everyone.
Take care.
Take care. So, as you can see, great folk, right?
It's going to be amazing.
Great folk. We're going to show you the flyer one more time. Holly asked, what topics are going to be covered? What topics will the guest speakers share? That's a great question, and we will answer that right now. So we have, first up, we'll give you the exact lineup right now. Coming first will be Jimmy and Rachel Rogers. Jimmy and Rachel Rogers will be talking about sex. Now, this is the Have a Conversation Marriage Forum, right? Mm-hmm. And so everything centers around the three words that we always say, which is have a conversation. So we're talking about how to have those conversations about sex, those awkward conversations, those hard conversations, maybe easy conversations, maybe first time conversations for folks. So we're starting out with that. Because we're going to start out with a bang, no pun intended. Then we're going to come with Aaron and Jocelyn Freeman. They're going to talk about talking through conflict and conflict resolution. And then our keynote, if you will, they have a little bit extra time. LaTroy and Christina Brown, they are doing an overall synopsis of how to create and maintain healthy communication within marriage. Throughout the whole thing, you will see the couples talking with us, having a conversation with us after they give their talk, and we will facilitate some conversation. We have some things we're going to throw in the mix as it relates to all three of those topics. So make sure that you are there for that.
It's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be great. So with that being said, we got to get out of here. But please get your pass if you haven't gotten it already. If you have, thank you to those of you who have gotten your passes. Thank you to those of you who have gotten your VIP passes. Your journals are in the mail. I heard that somebody already received theirs. So for those of you who got the VIP pass, that was shipped out to you yesterday or day before. I can't even remember.
Yesterday.
And so we're looking forward to having a good time. And we will see you next Thursday.
Listen, it is not too late to be a sponsor. If you would like to be a sponsor of the forum,
it is not too late.
It is not too late. Please let us know.
Let us know. You can send us a message on any of our social media handles, or you can send an email to admin, ADMIN, @denali.org.
And if you can't make it to the forum, consider purchasing a pass and gifting it to someone else.
Which some other people did
Which
do.
people have done, yes.
Which, you know what? That reminds me. I was supposed to be giving away a pass tonight. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow and do that.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be giving away a pass tonight. I forgot. All right. So we'll do that tomorrow at some point tomorrow evening, or we'll go live to do that.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow evening. Right. That'll be fun.
Cool. All right. We're out of here. Thank you, folks, for hanging with us. We thank you for the support. We don't take it lightly. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening.
Be safe, everybody.
Be safe. Have a fantastic weekend. Those of you who are going to be with us on Saturday, get excited. We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Good night.
Good night.